All right. Obviously, there are a lot more virtual meetings. If you guys could also talk about how your technology needs have changed for your company and yourself since just a month ago with the pandemic. Ron?
It hasn't changed a lot. We had most of my underwriters across the country are remote, so they've already have a work from home kind of mentality. Obviously, 95% of our company is remote today and working from home. So you're getting a lot more of the Zoom calls, the Microsoft Teams. Romeo mentioned it earlier on before this. This is my third call as well this morning on some sort of Zoom or Microsoft Teams. So we're doing a lot more of that. We're trying to keep employees engaged, doing conference calls and webinars and things of that nature. So not a lot has changed. A lot of our guys are in and out and have remote possibilities, and the company has really the ability to do all of that. But there's definitely some engagement issues, right? We have a nice court at the corporate office, about 100 people that are not here, other than shippers maybe, and a handful of people. And so it's you lose some of that employee engagement. But other than that, from a tech perspective, really not a lot of tools have changed from our perspective.
Chris?
Yeah, I mean, I think Zoom is an awesome thing. We've seen, I've shifted all my classes for my agents to online. So matter of fact, at 1 o'clock this afternoon, I'm doing a class for my agents on Zoom. I've turned my home office into a classroom. I've got dry erase boards set up. I bought a vlogging kit, right? So the things that have changed are less commuting, more time spent in front of the computer, in front of people. We were talking before this started how it seems like we're working more than ever, and I agree. I've been sitting in this chair quite a bit. So communication, utilizing Facebook, LinkedIn, all the social media channels, and things like Zoom have really ramped up.
Eric.
Yeah, so for us as a title company, it's been a push into the modern age. We're an archaic business by nature. We still refer to things as faxing for this and faxing for that. And our people in general have always been heavily predicated on paper and hard files. That's just the nature of what title is. And so this has been an absolute fast forward into technology. And so from our perspective, we were well positioned for it by the software systems that we use here, and having transitioned to certain phone systems across the board for the company to be able to stay in touch with one another. So as we adhered to what the social distancing guidelines were for the government and wanted to maintain safety for our employees, there was a little bit of trepidation from sending people home and hoping that it was going to maintain a good continuity of business. But we've been really impressed with the way people have embraced it, and the technology is there and available. And so from our standpoint, we've been able to continue forward and continue to press. And like everybody said, I mean, every opportunity to get in front of your people is still available to you. The processing of files is a little bit different, and it just takes an adaptation period, but we've changed. And we're very thankful for the software system that we're on in Qualia, which allows for lots of our people to be in and out of files at the same time, whereas a lot of these other systems don't allow for that. Everything being housed safely and securely, but in a place where we can pull down whatever it may be very easily. So it's definitely made a difference and enabled us to be prepared for this, and we're really thankful for that.
Thank you. Max?
Yeah, kind of the same as Ron. A lot of our processors have been remote for forever, so that didn't really change. Underwriters are remote now, and the majority of my staff is all working from home. But, between Teams and Outlook and email and all of that, it hasn't really changed much of anything. We did do our first loan officer meeting via Zoom yesterday, which was interesting. But other than that, that part of it is really just business as normal for us.
Yeah. Romeo, thank you.
So, much of what Chris said, we had built last year, we had built these 3 large offices with training centers, each of the offices. And our company culture, we're a very collaborative culture. So that's been a hard transition because, we're used to feeling the synergy and going into these offices, but we've transitioned all of our training virtually. And we've also adjusted some of our training now to show our agents how to market homes virtually, how to show homes virtually. We've upped our marketing collateral that they can send out. So we've put a lot of focus in trying to work virtually with clients, understanding that obviously some clients still are going to require in-person interaction and those type of things. But, we've taken the initiative of making sure that we're communicating with our agents pretty regularly. We host town halls a couple times a week because the situation is very fluid, right? There's new ordinances coming out. There's new things that are changing. So we want to make sure that our agents are up to date on everything that's happening, whether it's in lending, whether it's, legislative, whether it's a MLS policy, whatever it might be. So we just have been over communicating, more than ever, just to make sure that everybody has a thorough understanding of the world we live in, and at the same time documenting everything as well, and creating resource or online resources for all of our agents to go and be able to reference, not only for their own business, but in helping to educate their clients as well.